Hi guys, Jonathan Rayner here with you guys today. Many are called but few are chosen. Matthew 22 verse 14. If you found your way to this video, it's not by accident. There are no coincidences for the chosen ones. You were led here, drawn to this message because you already know there's something different about you. You've always felt it, haven't you? A sense of responsibility, a weight on your shoulders that others don't seem to carry. You may not have always understood it, but deep down you've known you are meant for more. This video is not for everyone. No, this is dedicated to the chosen ones, the rare souls with a divine mission on this earth. If you're not one of the chosen, you might as well turn back now. The truths revealed here will only resonate with those who have been set apart by a higher calling. For the rest, these words will fall flat. But for you, the chosen, they will be like keys unlocking doors that were always meant to open for you. Stay with me until the end because what I'm about to reveal could alter the course of your spiritual journey. These are the secrets that will help you guard your spirit and walk your path with power, wisdom, and protection. You cannot afford to neglect these truths. Your mission is too important, and the forces against you are too strong to face without preparation. Now let's begin. The importance of secrecy for the chosen ones. As a chosen one, there are certain things you must keep to yourself. You may already know this intuitively. People around you sense something different about you, and some may be drawn to your light while others may feel threatened by it. Not everyone has your best interests at heart, and not everyone can understand the path you walk. That's why the first lesson we must cover is the importance of secrecy. Secrecy, not as in dishonesty but as in discernment, knowing what to share and with whom. This is crucial for your protection both spiritually and emotionally. There are certain truths, certain insights, and yes, certain vulnerabilities that are meant for you alone or only for a select few. Why is that, you ask? Because not everyone will understand. Some will mock. Others will doubt. And worse yet, there are those who will use your own words and revelations against you. The chosen ones are often misunderstood, and in this misunderstanding lies danger. Jesus himself said, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you in pieces." Matthew 7 verse 6. As a chosen one, you carry pearls, wisdom, gifts, and a spiritual anointing that not everyone is ready to receive or respect. You need to protect these. You are not meant to expose every aspect of your journey or your spiritual insight to those who are not on the same wavelength. You must practice discernment in every interaction. Now let's dive into the first secret that you must keep to protect yourself. Secret 1. Protect your spiritual insights. Your spiritual insights are sacred. Not every revelation you receive is meant to be shared openly, especially not with those who are spiritually blind. As a chosen one, you will be given wisdom and understanding that others might find confusing or even laughable. This is not because you're wrong. It's because they are not yet ready to understand what has been revealed to you. Think of the prophets throughout history. They often spoke in parables or kept certain revelations hidden until the time was right. Why? Because they knew the weight of what they carried. Sharing these divine insights prematurely or with the wrong people could lead to ridicule, persecution, and even spiritual attack. You need to treat your spiritual revelations like a treasure. They are not for casual conversation or for satisfying someone else's curiosity. Your insights are gifts from the divine meant to guide you and strengthen you for your journey. If shared carelessly, these precious truths can be diminished in the eyes of others, or worse, they can be twisted and used against you. Let me be clear, this doesn't mean you never share your wisdom. There will be moments when the Spirit prompts you to speak, and you will know when the time is right. But until that moment arrives, guard your insights carefully. Trust your inner knowing. The divine has given you this wisdom for a reason, and part of that reason is to protect it until it can be revealed in the proper time and place. If you've ever felt misunderstood after sharing something deep and spiritual, this is why. The world isn't ready for everything you know. The path of the chosen is not an easy one, and part of that difficulty comes from carrying knowledge that others are not yet ready to understand. But that's okay. You're not here to convince everyone, you're here to fulfill your mission. And part of that mission is knowing when to stay silent. Secret 2. Keep your vulnerabilities hidden. The second secret you must keep as a chosen one is your vulnerabilities. Yes, even the chosen ones have weaknesses. You may be divinely guided, but you are still human, and humans are prone to moments of doubt, fear, and exhaustion. These vulnerabilities, however, should not be exposed to everyone. Why? Because not everyone will offer you compassion. In fact, many will use your moments of weakness to attack you spiritually or emotionally. We live in a world where energy is currency, and when you show vulnerability to the wrong people, you open yourself up to being drained. Spiritual parasites exist, and they are drawn to the light of the chosen ones, not because they appreciate it, but because they seek to extinguish it. You must be discerning about who you trust with your heart. The world is full of people who will appear supportive to your face, only to speak against you behind your back. These are the people who, if they know where your cracks are, will exploit them. I'm not saying you should hide your humanity altogether. No, we all need moments of connection, and we all need trusted individuals who can see us at our most vulnerable and still offer love and support. But those individuals are few and far between. They are not the masses. They are the ones you find through prayer, divine guidance, and testing. Don't give your heart away freely. Consider Jesus in his final hours. He didn't expose his fears and anguish to the crowd. He brought only his closest disciples with him to the Garden of Gethsemane. Even then, he understood the importance of privacy in his most vulnerable moments. Learn from this. Share your struggles with those who have proven themselves worthy, but keep your inner sanctum guarded against those who would use your pain for their own gain. You, the chosen one, are on a divine mission. The insights and vulnerabilities you carry are sacred, and they are not for everyone. As you continue your journey, remember this truth: not all ears are ready to hear, and not all hearts are ready to understand. Protect what has been entrusted to you. Guard your spirit with the wisdom that not all things are meant to be shared openly. Secret 3. Guard your energy like a sacred flame. Let's talk about your energy. Have you ever noticed how people seem drawn to you as if they can sense there's something different about you? It's because, as a chosen one, your energy radiates differently. You carry a light within you that others may not fully understand, but they feel it. This is both a blessing and a burden. Your energy is your spiritual currency. It is the fuel that powers your divine mission, but here's the thing. There are people out there, and even spiritual entities, that will seek to drain you of this energy. These are the people who always seem to need something from you but offer nothing in return. The ones who come to you with their problems, their negativity, and their drama, all the while pulling from your spiritual reserves. They see the light in you, and instead of being inspired to seek their own, they attempt to siphon yours. It's no accident that you feel drained after certain interactions. That's not your imagination. It's your spirit telling you that your energy is being depleted by someone who does not have your best interests at heart. Now understand this: you are not obligated to pour into everyone. Yes, you are called to serve, but you must also be discerning. Not everyone who seeks your energy is deserving of it. Some are only there to consume, to take, and to leave you empty. This is why guarding your energy is one of the most important secrets for a chosen one. Without it, you will find yourself depleted, weakened, and unable to fulfill the mission you've been called to complete. How do you guard your energy? First, recognize when you're being drained. Pay attention to your body, your emotions, and your spirit. When you feel that heavy, exhausted sensation after being around someone, that's a sign. The divine has given you the gift of intuition for a reason. Trust it. If someone consistently leaves you feeling worse off than before, they are not contributing to your spiritual growth. You must distance yourself. Second, practice the art of saying no. As a chosen one, you are often inclined to help, to heal, to guide. That's part of your nature. But remember, even healers need rest. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Saying no doesn't make you selfish. It makes you wise. It's a boundary that protects your energy, allowing you to reserve it for those who truly need and appreciate it, and for your own spiritual journey. Third, be selective about who you allow into your inner circle. Not everyone deserves access to your presence, to your energy. The people you keep closest to you should be those who lift you up, who energize you, and who understand the sacredness of your spiritual path. Surround yourself with individuals who contribute to your growth, not those who feed off your energy for their own gain. Remember, Jesus himself was selective about who he spent his time with. He did not give himself fully to everyone he encountered. He had his disciples, his closest circle, and even within that, there were levels of intimacy and trust. Learn from this example. Be wise about who you let into your spiritual and emotional space. This is why you must be intentional about the spaces you enter and the people you allow to share your presence. How do you protect your presence? First, be mindful of the environments you place yourself in. Certain places carry negative energy, and as a chosen one, you are more sensitive to these energies than most. Walking into an environment filled with hostility, jealousy, or spiritual darkness can affect you deeply. Your presence may shift the atmosphere, but it can also be attacked by the energies that reside there. Protect yourself by being discerning about where you go and who you spend your time with. Second, understand that your presence is a gift. Not everyone deserves to bask in it. This is not about arrogance. It's about protecting the sacredness of who you are. You wouldn't throw a priceless treasure into the mud, so why would you place your sacred presence in environments or relationships that diminish your light? Choose wisely. You are not here to be everyone's friend, confidant, or guide. Your mission is too important for that. Third, embrace the power of solitude. As a chosen one, there will be times when you need to retreat from the world to recharge, to reconnect with the divine, and to protect your presence from being overexposed. Solitude is not loneliness, it's a form of spiritual preservation. When you withdraw, you allow your spirit to renew itself, to receive fresh revelations, and to strengthen for the journey ahead. Don't be afraid to take time for yourself. In fact, it is essential. Consider how often Jesus would withdraw from the crowds to be alone in prayer. He understood the importance of solitude in maintaining his spiritual strength and connection to the Father. If he needed that time, how much more do we? Your presence is powerful, but it also needs protection and renewal. Solitude is the key to that renewal. Chosen ones, your energy and your presence are your most valuable assets. They are the foundation of your spiritual power, your mission, and your ability to impact the world. But they are also fragile. If left unprotected, you must guard your energy with discernment and wisdom, and you must treat your presence as the sacred gift that it is. Not everyone deserves access to you, and not every environment is conducive to your growth. By setting boundaries, practicing discernment, and embracing the power of solitude, you protect the essence of who you are. And in doing so, you ensure that you are equipped to fulfill your divine mission. Secret 5. The power of silence. Secret 5. The power of silence. As a chosen one, silence is one of your greatest allies. In a world that thrives on noise, where everyone wants to be heard, there is immense power in holding your tongue. Now, this doesn't mean living in constant secrecy or never speaking your truth. Rather, it means knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. There is a reason why the great spiritual masters of old often spoke very little. Silence holds a different energy, a divine energy. In silence, you communicate with the spiritual realm in ways that words cannot. Think about it. How often have you regretted words spoken in haste or out of frustration? Words are powerful. They create, they destroy, and they can never be taken back once released into the world. But silence is a space of reflection, contemplation, and gathering power. When you choose to remain silent, especially in moments when others expect you to react, you are harnessing control over your own energy. In silence, you gather wisdom. You learn to observe, to discern, and to understand the deeper meaning behind situations that would otherwise provoke an emotional response. Silence is a shield. As a chosen one, there will be times when people will provoke you, question you, or challenge your spiritual path. In these moments, silence can be your greatest shield. When you refrain from responding to negativity or attempts to stir conflict, you preserve your energy and protect your peace. Not every battle is yours to fight, and sometimes the wisest course of action is to say nothing at all. Consider this. Jesus remained silent before his accusers, even when questioned, even when mocked. He chose silence over defense. Why? Because he knew that his mission and truth did not require validation from the world. He was secure in who he was and what he had come to do. As a chosen one, you must adopt the same mindset. You don't need to justify yourself to those who do not understand your path. Let them speak, let them question, but choose silence as your response. In doing so, you maintain control over your own spiritual energy. when to speak and when to be silent. Now, let's make something clear. There are moments when you will be called to speak. When the Spirit moves you to share your wisdom or to defend a righteous cause, do so without hesitation. But know the difference between a divine calling to speak and an emotional reaction. How do you know when to speak and when to stay silent? The answer lies in discernment. Before responding to a situation, especially one that feels emotionally charged, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will my words bring light, or will they feed into the darkness? Will my response serve my mission, or is it simply a reaction to someone else's ignorance or negativity? More often than not, silence is the more powerful response. In silence, you maintain your dignity, your energy, and your focus. You deny the opposition any power over you, and most importantly, you leave space for divine wisdom to guide your next steps. Secret 6. The art of discretion. Discretion goes hand in hand with silence, but it operates on a different level. Discretion is about knowing what to reveal and what to withhold. As a chosen one, there are aspects of your life, your spiritual path, and your mission that must remain hidden. This isn't about living in fear or secrecy. It's about understanding that not everything is meant to be shared. We live in a world obsessed with oversharing. Social media, constant communication, and the need for validation have led many to reveal every detail of their lives to the public. But for the chosen ones, this is dangerous. Your spiritual journey is sacred, and not everyone is meant to witness it. Why discretion matters. Discretion protects you from unnecessary spiritual attacks. When you reveal too much about yourself, your plans, your struggles, your victories, you open the door for others to interfere in your journey. Some will do so out of jealousy, others out of malice, and some without even realizing the harm they cause. Think of your spiritual path like a delicate plant. It needs time to grow, to develop roots, and to strengthen before it can withstand the elements. If you expose it too soon, it becomes vulnerable to the wind, the rain, and even those who may step on it unknowingly. Your journey is no different. Until you are fully rooted in your mission, you must be selective about what you share and with whom. Moving in silence means making decisions, working on projects, and making progress in your spiritual journey without announcing your every move. There is immense power in silence because it allows you to build without distraction, interference, or unnecessary scrutiny. When you move in silence, you give yourself the space to grow without the pressure of outside opinions or expectations. You can focus solely on your mission and your connection to the divine. And when the time comes to reveal the fruits of your labor, the impact will be undeniable. Chosen ones, silence and discretion are your spiritual armor. In a world that thrives on noise and oversharing, you must walk a different path. Choose your words carefully, protect your spiritual progress, and be discerning about who you allow into your inner circle. Remember, not everything is meant to be shared, and not every battle requires a response. By embracing the power of silence and discretion, you protect your energy, your presence, and your divine mission. Secret 7. Master your emotions. Emotions are part of the human experience. Even as a chosen one, you will experience the full spectrum of emotions: joy, sorrow, anger, love, frustration. But here's where your path differs from others. You cannot afford to let your emotions control you. To be effective in your mission, you must learn to master them. The key to mastering your emotions is not to suppress them but to understand them. You must know where they come from, why they arise, and how to channel them in a way that serves your purpose rather than disrupts it. This is no easy task, but it is necessary. Why is emotional mastery so important? Because as a chosen one, you are a spiritual warrior, and like any warrior, you must remain calm and focused. Even in the heat of battle, when emotions take over, you lose control, your judgment becomes clouded, and your ability to make wise decisions diminishes. The enemy, whether spiritual or physical, thrives on chaos. If you are ruled by your emotions, you become vulnerable to manipulation, distraction, and defeat. Think about the story of Moses. Even after leading his people out of Egypt, he struggled with his emotions. In a moment of frustration, he struck the rock instead of speaking to it as God had instructed. This act of anger cost him the chance to enter the promised land. Numbers 27:2. This shows us that even the most divinely chosen leaders can fall victim to their emotions if they don't learn to master them. How to master your emotions. Mastering your emotions begins with self-awareness. You must become attuned to your inner world. When you feel anger rising, when sadness begins to overwhelm you, or when anxiety creeps in, pause. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this? What is the root of this emotion? Often, emotions are tied to deeper issues: fears, unresolved trauma, unmet expectations. Understanding the root helps you address the cause rather than reacting to the surface emotion. Next, practice emotional regulation. This is the ability to manage your emotions in a healthy and productive way. It's about responding rather than reacting. When you feel a strong emotion, don't act on it immediately. Take a moment to breathe, to center yourself, and to ask, what is the wisest course of action? This simple pause can prevent you from making decisions you'll later regret. Remember that emotional mastery does not mean you ignore or suppress your emotions. In fact, doing so can be dangerous. Suppressed emotions don't disappear. They fester and eventually explode. Instead, acknowledge your feelings but don't let them dictate your actions. You are the master of your emotions, not the other way around. Channeling emotions for spiritual strength. Your emotions can also be a source of power if channeled correctly. When you experience righteous anger, for example, it can be used to fuel positive change. Anger over injustice can lead to action that brings about spiritual or social transformation. Likewise, sorrow can lead to compassion, motivating you to heal and uplift others who are suffering. The key is to use your emotions as a tool, not a master. When you feel a strong emotion, ask yourself how you can channel it into something productive. Can your frustration inspire you to persevere? Can your sadness deepen your empathy for others? Can your joy be used to lift those around you? By transforming your emotions into spiritual power, you stay in control of your journey and remain aligned with your divine mission. Secret 8. Maintaining balance in all things. Balance is the cornerstone of a chosen one's life. Without balance, even the most powerful spiritual warrior can fall. Balance is what keeps you grounded, what allows you to walk the fine line between the spiritual and the physical worlds without losing yourself in either. But maintaining balance in today's chaotic world is not easy. You are constantly pulled in different directions: work, relationships, responsibilities, and of course your spiritual path. If you are not careful, you can find yourself overwhelmed, burnt out, or disconnected from your higher purpose. How to maintain balance as a chosen one. First, prioritize your spiritual life. As a chosen one, your spiritual connection is the foundation of everything you do. Without it, you will lose your sense of direction and purpose. No matter how busy life gets, make time each day for spiritual practices: prayer, meditation, reflection, or simply sitting in silence. This daily connection with the divine will center you and give you the clarity and strength you need to navigate the challenges of the world. Second, practice self-care. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Your physical, mental, and emotional well-being are just as important as your spiritual health. Take care of your body through proper nutrition, rest, and exercise. Take care of your mind by setting boundaries, avoiding toxic environments, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and peace. Remember, balance is about taking care of the whole self, not just the spiritual aspect. Third, learn to say no. As a chosen one, people will naturally gravitate toward you, seeking your guidance, your light, your energy. While it's part of your mission to help and uplift others, you must also protect yourself from being overextended. You are not responsible for everyone's healing, and you cannot solve everyone's problems. Learn to discern when to step in and when to step back. Saying no is not selfish, it's necessary for maintaining balance. Cultivating a balanced mindset. This means avoiding extremes of any kind. Whether in emotion, behavior, or belief, extremes can lead to imbalance. Stay grounded and seek wisdom from both spiritual and practical sources. Remember that you are living in both the spiritual and physical worlds, and each has its place in your journey. When you focus too much on one and neglect the other, imbalance follows. Secret 9. Protect your spirit. Protect your spirit from negative energies and attacks. As a chosen one, you are more spiritually sensitive than most. You can feel the subtle energies around you, the vibrations of people, places, and situations. This heightened sensitivity is a gift, but it also makes you more susceptible to negative energies. Spiritual attacks, whether they come from people, environments, or unseen forces, are real. They can manifest as emotional exhaustion, confusion, doubt, fear, or even physical illness. That's why spiritual protection is crucial for your well-being and your ability to carry out your mission. How to protect your spirit. First, maintain a strong connection to the divine. Your relationship with the Creator, with God, is your ultimate source of protection. When you are in tune with the divine, you receive guidance, clarity, and a shield of spiritual protection. This connection is like a fortress around your spirit, shielding you from the negativity and darkness that seek to harm you. How do you maintain this connection? Through daily spiritual practices. Prayer, meditation, and reading sacred texts are essential. These practices keep you aligned with the divine, grounding you in love, light, and wisdom. When you're spiritually grounded, external forces have less power over you. Second, use spiritual tools to enhance your protection. These tools might include prayer, affirmations, crystals, protective symbols, or even the simple act of calling on divine assistance. One of the most powerful prayers for protection is the Lord's Prayer, which Jesus gave us as a shield against evil. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Matthew 6 verse 13. When you feel under attack, whether spiritually or emotionally, speak words of protection over yourself. Declare that you are surrounded by light and that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Third, cleanse your energy regularly. Just as your physical body needs to be cleansed, so does your spirit. Negative energies can attach themselves to you from your surroundings, from toxic people, or from stressful situations. Spiritual cleansing through rituals like smudging with sage, bathing in salt water, or simply visualizing white light washing over you helps you release these negative energies and return to a state of spiritual purity. Recognizing spiritual attacks. Not every challenge you face is a spiritual attack, but as a chosen one, you must be aware of the signs. Spiritual attacks often manifest as overwhelming feelings of fear, doubt, or confusion. You may feel disconnected from your purpose or from the divine, and things that normally inspire you may suddenly feel meaningless. You may also experience unusual conflict in your relationships, a sense of heaviness or recurring negative thoughts. When you recognize these signs, don't panic. Understand that this is an attempt to pull you off your path. It's in these moments that spiritual protection becomes even more important. Pray for guidance, ask for divine assistance, and surround yourself with protective energy. Do not give in to fear, for fear is the enemy's most effective tool. Instead, stand firm in your faith and your connection to the divine. Secret 10. Maintain an unshakable connection to the divine. The final secret is the foundation of all the others, maintaining an unshakable connection to the divine. Without this connection, none of the other secrets will hold. This connection is your lifeline. It is the source of your wisdom, your protection, and your power as a chosen one. How to strengthen your connection to the divine. First and foremost, make time for daily communion with the divine. Whether you call it prayer, meditation, or reflection, this time is sacred. It's when you align yourself with the higher forces guiding your life. It's when you receive the messages, insights, and direction that will help you fulfill your mission. Many chosen ones fall into the trap of busyness. The demands of the world, work, relationships, responsibilities can distract you from your spiritual practice. But let me be clear, neglecting your connection to the divine is the most dangerous thing you can do. When you are disconnected, you become vulnerable to the chaos of the world. You lose sight of your purpose and you weaken your spiritual protection. Even Jesus, in the midst of his ministry, would often withdraw to solitary places to pray. Luke 5 verse 16. He understood that his strength came from his connection to the Father. If Jesus needed that time to recharge, how much more do we? As a chosen one, you must prioritize this connection above all else. Developing spiritual listening. Another aspect of strengthening your connection to the divine is learning how to listen. Often, we approach prayer or meditation as a one-sided conversation. We speak, we ask for guidance, but we forget to listen. The divine is always speaking to us through our intuition, through signs, through circumstances, but we must be attuned to hear it. Spiritual listening requires stillness. It requires quieting the noise of the world and the noise in your mind. When you learn to listen, you'll find that the answers to your questions are often already within you. The divine speaks through your intuition, through that still small voice that nudges you in the right direction. But you must be willing to listen. Surrendering to the divine. Maintaining a strong connection to the divine requires surrender. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means trusting that the divine has a plan for your life and that plan is for your highest good. As a chosen one, your path may not always make sense to those around you, and it may not even make sense to you at times. But trust that every challenge, every lesson, is part of your spiritual growth and your mission. Surrendering means letting go of the need to control everything. It means releasing your fears, your doubts, and your anxieties to the divine. When you surrender, you open yourself up to divine guidance and miracles. You begin to see that everything is working together for your good, even when it feels like it's falling apart. This is not blind faith, it's spiritual wisdom. It's the understanding that the Creator's plan is far greater than anything we can imagine. By surrendering to that plan, you align yourself with divine timing, divine wisdom, and divine power. The power of faith. Faith is the cornerstone of your connection to the divine. It is faith that sustains you when the path is unclear, when the challenges seem insurmountable, and when the world feels heavy. Faith reminds you that you are not alone, that you are divinely protected, and that your mission is guided by forces greater than you. As a chosen one, your faith will be tested. There will be times when you feel abandoned, when you doubt your purpose, and when the weight of the world feels unbearable. But in those moments, remember this: the divine never abandons those who are chosen. You are always being guided even when you cannot see the way forward. The path of the chosen. Embracing divine purpose with wisdom, strength, and protection. Hi there, Jonathan Rayner here, and today I'm excited to guide you through an enlightening exploration of what it means to be one of the chosen. If you found your way to this video, it's no coincidence. There are no accidents in the world of the chosen. You're here because deep inside you know you're different. You feel it, don't you? That sense of responsibility, that weight others don't seem to carry. It's not something you've always understood, but you've known it all along. You're meant for something more. This journey is not for everyone. No, this is specifically for the chosen ones, those rare souls with a divine mission on this earth. If you're not one of them, you might as well turn back now, because the truths revealed here will only resonate with those who have been set apart by a higher calling. For the rest, these words will fall flat, but for you, the chosen, they will unlock doors you didn't even know were waiting to open. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to reveal could alter the very course of your spiritual journey. These are secrets that will help you guard your spirit and walk your path with power, wisdom, and protection. You cannot afford to neglect these truths, for your mission is too important, and the forces against you are too powerful to face without preparation. Secret 1. The power of silence. In a world that thrives on constant noise, where everyone is eager to speak and be heard, there's an incredible power in silence. Silence doesn't mean isolation or secrecy, but it means strategic restraint. The world around you is filled with distractions, and as a chosen one, you must learn to navigate these distractions with wisdom and composure. The world often wants to hear from you, but the true power comes in choosing when to speak and when to stay silent. Silence is more than just the absence of sound. It is a tool for spiritual alignment. In moments of silence, you communicate directly with the divine in ways that words cannot. In silence, you are able to gather strength, reflect, and allow your inner wisdom to blossom. As a chosen one, you must recognize the power in holding your tongue, for silence can protect your energy, shield you from unnecessary conflict, and allow you to observe, discern, and gather the insights you need to move forward with clarity. Consider the great spiritual masters of the past. They understood the importance of silence and made it an integral part of their spiritual practice. Jesus himself often withdrew into quiet places to pray, recharge, and reconnect with the Father. If silence was vital for him, how much more should it be for us, the chosen ones? Secret 2. Mastering your emotions. Your emotions, while natural and part of the human experience, are powerful forces that can either propel you forward or hold you back. As a chosen one, you must learn to master your emotions, for uncontrolled feelings can cloud your judgment and weaken your spiritual resolve. Emotions such as anger, frustration, and fear are all part of your human makeup, but they can also be used as tools for growth if you learn to channel them correctly. The key to emotional mastery is not suppression but understanding. You must understand where your emotions come from, why they arise, and how to channel them to serve your higher purpose. Think of the greatest spiritual warriors like Moses. Even he struggled with emotions at times. In a moment of anger, Moses struck the rock instead of speaking to it as God had instructed, and that one emotional lapse cost him entry into the promised land. This serves as a powerful reminder that emotions, if left unchecked, can derail even the most divinely chosen leaders. The power of mastering your emotions lies in awareness. When you feel anger rising, pause and ask yourself why you feel this way. What is the root cause of the emotion? Often, these emotions are tied to unresolved fears, traumas, or unmet expectations. By addressing the root cause, you can prevent an emotional reaction from leading to regret. Moreover, channel your emotions into spiritual power. Use righteous anger to fuel change, compassion to heal others, and joy to lift those around you. In this way, you transform your emotions into tools of divine purpose, keeping you aligned with your mission. Secret 3. Protecting your energy. Your energy is one of your most valuable resources as a chosen one. It is the force that powers your divine mission and keeps you aligned with your purpose. But like any precious resource, your energy is vulnerable to depletion. People, situations, and even unseen spiritual forces can drain your energy if you're not careful. As a chosen one, you must learn to protect your energy with discernment. There will always be people who seek your energy. They may approach you with their problems, negativity, and demands, all while giving little in return. You must be discerning about who you allow into your space. Not everyone is worthy of your time, attention, or energy. Spiritual parasites exist, and they are drawn to your light not because they admire you, but because they wish to dim it for their own gain. Protecting your energy requires setting boundaries. Be clear about when to give and when to say no. This doesn't make you selfish, it makes you wise. By guarding your energy, you ensure that you have the strength to fulfill your divine mission without being drained by others. Secret 4. Discretion in sharing your path. The path of the chosen one is sacred and should not be shared with everyone. In today's world, oversharing has become a norm, but as a chosen one, discretion is crucial. You are on a divine journey, and not everyone around you is equipped to understand or handle the sacredness of what you carry. Your spiritual insights, your struggles, and your victories are not meant for everyone's consumption. There are those who may mock you, misunderstand you, or even use your words against you. As Jesus said in Matthew 7 verse 6, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine." Not everyone can handle the weight of the wisdom and divine revelations you carry. Therefore, it is essential to practice discretion. Discretion is not about secrecy but about protecting your sacred journey. The world isn't ready for everything you know. Some revelations are meant to be shared only when the time is right, and with those who are prepared to receive them. Secret 5. Maintaining an unshakable connection to the divine. At the heart of every secret lies one essential truth. The connection to the divine is your lifeline. Without this connection, none of the other secrets can sustain you. Your relationship with the Creator is the foundation of all your strength, wisdom, and protection. As a chosen one, you must nurture this connection above all else. The world is full of distractions, and it's easy to lose sight of your spiritual practice amidst the demands of daily life. But neglecting your connection to the divine is the most dangerous thing you can do. Your mission is too important to lose touch with your divine source. You must set aside time each day for prayer, meditation, and reflection. Even Jesus, amidst his busy ministry, took time to withdraw from the crowds and reconnect with the Father. He understood that his strength came from that divine connection. As a chosen one, you must make this a priority. Secret 6. The power of faith. Faith is the cornerstone of your connection to the divine. It is faith that sustains you when the path is unclear, when the challenges seem insurmountable, and when the world feels heavy. Faith reminds you that you are not alone, that you are divinely protected, and that your mission is guided by forces greater than you. As a chosen one, your faith will be tested. There will be times when you feel abandoned, when you doubt your purpose, and when the weight of the world feels unbearable. But in those moments, remember this: the divine never abandons those who are chosen. You are always being guided even when you cannot see the way forward. Faith is not the absence of doubt, it is the decision to move forward despite it. It is the inner knowing that no matter what happens, you are on the right path. By maintaining faith, you keep your connection to the divine strong, and that connection will see you through any storm.